How you doing today, Wander?
Doing great, brother. Doing great. Good to see you again.
You too, man. Well, how are you doing, Storybook?
Marvelous.
Y'all are going to be YouTube sensations now.
Indeed. Can't stop, won't stop.
I was just hiking along here trying to get to a shelter right before this really intense climb, and this section here is called the Knife Edge, and I ran into Storybook and Wander just doing their thing, and you guys picked a good spot.
Indeed. Living the life.
And you guys are just trying to get to the next shelter that's about, say, like 5 miles or something?
I believe it's about 2.8 even.
Cool.
Doing even better.
This is, guys, when I was talking before about Pennsylvania, you know, this is what Pennsylvania has a reputation for being like all the time, but it's not exactly true. It's just some of it.
Yeah, I expected a lot worse, honestly.
Me too. I thought it was going to be this constantly from Port Clinton to the Water Gap.
Yeah, indeed.
And I didn't expect troubadours on top of the rocks either. Now, Wander and I met all the way back in Georgia, right after Neil's Gap. Back then he was Boogie, or what?
Indeed. Yeah, I was Boogie for about 15 years, and used to guide on the Ocoee River.
Oh yeah?
And so that's where that name comes from. Except I've had that name for about 15 years, and I'm not 15 years old anymore. So.
The rock necklace around your neck, what kind of rock is that?
This is a meteorite, actually, that I found on trail.
Really?
Yeah, indeed. About a week and a half or so ago.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright. So, this situation that's happened now where somebody's playing guitar on a rock and somebody else comes up, what story have you found that in Storybook? Storybook got her name because she always says, well, this is like a story I heard of once. Or
Because it's something like out of a storybook.
yes, your Storybook. Yeah, Storybook and I met just yesterday at the Eckville shelter. And I'm just meeting all kinds of new people. The tat on your shoulder, or the drawing, what is that?
This is Maktub. It means it is written. It's from The Alchemist.
Maktub, is that a Middle Eastern language?
Arabic, yes, certainly.
Gotcha. Oh man, I've seen those super absorbent towels before. They just looked orange when I saw them.
I know, and you know what? This one has about seen its last day.
Oh man.
Yeah, just look at that.
Oh, I'm looking, man. I'm looking.
Would you look at that? It's probably because you looked at it.
Probably. So, what got you guys out here to the trail? I mean, I'm sure the people watching this later are going to ask.
I was called by my native ancestors who have traveled through these hills for many years.
Oh, yeah?
And they whispered to me, they said, Boogie, you must hike.
And change your name.
Yes.
What about you, Storybook?
Similar to Wander's story, my ancestors brought me here, but it was essentially the Pacific Crest Trail that led me here.
Oh, you did the Pacific Crest Trail?
I did last year.
Right on.
Yeah.
So you've hiked, what, 6 times as many miles as Bill Reich and Cheryl Strayed combined already.
Perhaps. I did 2,200 of it, so I didn't complete the full 2,660.
Yeah, it's and I hear it's more like you're up at 10,000 feet going over the Sierra Madres or Nevadas?
Nevadas. I like that, though.
There is really a range called the Sierra Madres.
Really?
Yep. Somewhere else.
Okay, I'll have to find it.
How hard is it to find water out there?
Pretty difficult. You don't find natural water too often.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of it is water caches, which trail angels stock for you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is the Pacific Crest Trail starting to get a lot of, are there towns that people know of as trail towns, or folks that, oh yeah, it's all the hikers coming through, or how well known is it now?
Last year when I was on it, it was not like that at all.
Really?
People had no idea that we were hikers.
Oh.
I imagine this year might be different, though, with the movie having been out.
Now, how do you feel about, the whole movie, the book? How do you feel about her journey of less than 1,000 miles?
I mean, I think it was quite a journey. Absolutely.
I know some people have been rather judgmental about it
Yeah.
because she didn't do the whole thing.
Right, through hikers, essentially.
Yeah.
They're the only ones.
But I mean, did you ever meet Texas Pooh?
Absolutely.
I mean, he did the whole thing, and he's been doing this, and he's started out in May doing 25 miles a day. I would think, just that because her story was one of an amateur, learning how to do stuff is more entertaining. If it were just Texas Pooh or Scott Jerick hiking X number of miles a day, who would want to read about that for 200 pages or watch it for 2 hours? Oh, he's hiking again.
It'd only be 40 pages.
Yeah. Oh, he's going up that humongous mountain again. Look, there's a rocky. Oh, he got over the rocky section. He got there in 90 days. You suck. You suck, competent hiker. You have no value to us, entertainment-wise. But I did not. I've met a couple. Boogie Pilgrim, who's behind me,
Yeah.
has also hiked the PCT.
Oh, far out. I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, he did it some years ago, 8 or so.
Okay.
He said in the desert section down in Southern California, it was, very dry.
Yeah.
And I guess in the Sierra Madres, he'd have to hike 10 miles off the trail to get to a place where he could get supplies, then hike back up.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, that's how it is.
They don't have a system to where, like, trail angels could drop stuff off for you, or?
You can pay like the Yosemite. They have pack mules that'll bring food in, but you're paying $50 just to have a box there. It's not
Gotcha.
for anything. It's just a $50 fee to have
I hear
something
ya.
there.
Is it, somebody told me once, it literally starts at the Mexican border. Like, you put your foot through a barbed wire fence, touch Mexico, and then start hiking?
Unfortunately, no.
No?
You're about 10 feet away from this massive metal sheet wall.
Oh,
But you're in California, not in Mexico.
nice.
But, I mean, Mexico to Canada sounds much better.
Yeah. Quicker to explain, wasting less of this oxygen that the trees give us, I suppose.
Precisely.
Well, I appreciate you guys speaking with me. The more you know, the more they know. And I hope you guys have a lovely day. The United States of Rocksylvania must continue, and I have only so much time to get to the shelter where I'm going at tonight, which is still like 9-something miles. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. Bye.